Good morning, everyone. This is Mike Bitter, and I want to welcome you to today's presentation. We've got about 12 or 14 minutes before I get started, but we're just doing some sound checks and making sure that everything is working okay. Do me a favor, if you can hear me, if you wouldn't mind raising your hand, I would surely appreciate that. And I look forward today to talking about marketing on a shoestring budget because so many of us are in a tight spot with our marketing budgets and all. So I look forward to it, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. Good morning, everyone. We've got just a couple more minutes before we get started, and this is Mike Bitter, and I look forward to talking to you about marketing on a shoestring budget. I know we're all kind of tight for budgets and things like that, so I want to show you how to utilize Facebook advertising to help you grow your business. So I will be back in just a couple minutes and we'll get going. Okay, good morning, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well today. Would you do me a favor before we get started? If you can hear me okay, would you please raise your hand so I know that you can hear me? Great. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Libby. I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me know that everything is going great. So I am anxious. I'm ready to get going. Marketing on a shoestring budget. What I'm going to do today is we're going to focus pretty much on Facebook. And this is really similar to my Facebook for Business program. But what I what I'm going to show you today is how to use Facebook to market, and we have had a lot of incredible success with it, mostly because of what Facebook has done as far as when I first started using Facebook. Anytime I posted anything on a company page, it went to every person that liked that company page. Then when Facebook became a public company, they were responsible for profits and what they were going to show their shareholders as far as profits. So what they came up with was Facebook advertising. But what they did was, now when you make a post on your Facebook company page, it only goes out to about 6 to 10% of the people who you who like your Facebook page. But we figured out through advertising how to increase that, and how to increase that. Sometimes it happens incredibly. But I want to kind of walk you through the background on that, kind of let's lift the hood and look under the hood and see what's there. So this is what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to talk to you about editing your page. This is your company page, and I'll show you real quickly how to get to a company page. If you haven't already built your company page in Facebook, I suggest that you do that. Couple of reasons. When you use a Facebook company page, you get analytics that you don't with a personal profile. The analytics aren't there. They're called insights. And so I'm gonna show you real quickly how to get to where you set up your company page. It's fairly simple. Then we're going to talk about how to edit that page. You'll see me make some edits to the page. It's really simple. How to build an audience. We're going to walk through advertising and what that advertising costs. Keep in mind, this is a marketing on a shoestring budget. And the reason I'm focusing so much on Facebook is because I teach all the other social media marketing platforms. I teach LinkedIn, and I teach Twitter. I teach how to use Facebook. I teach YouTube. I teach email marketing. And all of those social sites, other than email marketing and Facebook, are free. And that's what I suggest is, if you have an understanding of the other social sites, you feel comfortable with them, utilize free as much as you can. But if you want to open the floodgates, if you really want to reach a lot of people, that's what I'm here to show you. And I'm going to show you how to do that on a shoestring budget. I'll show you how to build an event in Facebook. Content, we're going to talk about content. What kind of content is going to drive people or attract people to your Facebook page? Then we'll talk a little bit about photos and the value of photos. Let me introduce myself. I am Mike Bitter. I'm the founder and CEO of Affordable Social Media. We are a 9-year-old social media marketing company. That's all we've done for the last 9 years. In addition to that, we have added email marketing, and I am a constant contact authorized local expert, so I understand how to use email marketing and how to combine those with your social media marketing. So I wanted to let you know about that as far as my affiliation with Constant Contact. When I look at social media, this is one of the things that I remember, and this is one of the things that I had to learn when we first started, is when people are on social media, they're listening to WIIFM. What's in it for me? It's like this. Whoop, I noticed that my screen was not showing, and I apologize for that. There we go. There we go. Okay. Um, what I'm showing is, this is the way I see social media, is people are out there on Facebook saying like me, Twitter saying listen to me, hire me, watch me, that ME part of it, because people are listening to WIIFM. They want to know what's in it for me. So what you want to do is make sure that you're presenting interesting and valuable content, interesting and valuable to the people who are receiving it. Sometimes you get lucky, and what you feel is interesting and valuable is also interesting and valuable to the people that are following you. And I'm going to show you how to know how many people your post has reached and how many people have engaged with the posts that you're making. New tools have changed the shape of small business marketing, and the cool part about this and small business marketing is that everybody can compete on the same level. You can compete on the same level as Pepsi, as Coke, as Hertz Rent-A-Car, because everybody can market in social media. You don't have to have $10,000 a month budget. You don't even have to have a $500 or even $100 a month budget. You just need to know where to put your marketing to drive the traffic back to you. Tools used to market my business, 96% of the people say they use Facebook, and 86% of those people find Facebook effective. But the other thing that I found is that 78% of people trust consumer recommendations. If somebody's on Facebook and, um, for instance, they say that they like affordable homes out of Tennessee, they had a good experience with them. Nina really treated them great, and everything went really well. That's a consumer recommendation. And when you get consumer recommendations, if you get them on another site, make sure you put them on Facebook so people know that there are people you're working with who are satisfied with your services. Only 14% of people trust ads nowadays. We're talking newspaper ads, television, radio ads. I think it's because we've been duped for so long is one of the reasons. And the other reason is when you get into social media, you can ask somebody, hey, what kind of experience did you have with Warren distribution? Or what type of experience did you have with Encore? So you can actually ask people you can actually ask people what their experience was rather than when you're listening to an advertisement and people are telling you how good of an experience you're going to have. I like starting out showing the digital superhighway. This is the way that we see it. Right in the middle, that globe is your website. I don't want to leave your website out of it. I see your website. You've spent a lot of money putting it together, a lot of time building your website, but it doesn't fit on the left side in social media, and it doesn't really fit in email marketing. So what we want to do is we want to tie it all together. Left-hand side is blogging, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. That's your social side of things. What you want to do in the middle with your website is you want to let people know on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, whichever social sites you're on, let people know you have a website. Give them a link to your website. If you have more than one page on your website, take that link and post that link in your Facebook or your LinkedIn or on your blog. Send people to specific pages on your site and then go back in, like on Facebook, I'm going to show you how to do this, then go back into Facebook and say, wow, how many people went to my website? For instance, if you give people a link to the contact us your contact us page. What you want to do is you want to find out how many people actually clicked on that link. What are they interested in? But what we like to do is over on the left, we have social media. On the right, we have email marketing. And far on the right, that is the gold mine. We're out prospecting. We need to get into that gold mine. We need to prospect for people. So what we've done is we've figured out how to take everything on the left with social media marketing, and we like pushing people into email. We like inviting them to our email list. We like giving them good information. We like enticing them because what we found, the left side of the equation is social media marketing, and everybody sees what you're doing and it's social and it's a certain environment. But when they choose to move to your email list, they're doing that because they want to work with you, because they want to have a relationship with you. And now instead of it being social, it becomes more personal. And that's what we do with email marketing, is we make it personal. It's one-on-one. We use Constant Contact, of course, and whenever we send out an email, Constant Contact will put the recipient's name in the salutation, and it does it for you. Dear Mike, dear Libby, dear Nicole, it will put people's names in it. So now it becomes personal. What we've also found, we can monetize the left-hand side of the equation in social media, but when we started, the monetization was not happening quick enough for me. I needed to find another way to step up the monetization, so that's why we added email marketing to our equation. But I'm going to stay on the left-hand side in Facebook because I want you to get a good understanding of how to do an advertisement, how to market in Facebook. Okay, Facebook pages. These are the same thing as company pages. Actually, what Facebook says, the way they call it, is you have your timeline and there are pages. Timeline is personal, pages are business, cause, community, things like that. Some things to remember when you post to your Facebook page, the story also goes to your wall. And I've got in here into your likes news feed, the people that like you, but it only goes to 6 to 10% of them now. Your fans, the people that like your Facebook page, people cannot see their profiles. It is very I guess personal is the word that you would use. Also, if you have a company page, unless you tell people that you have a company page, there is no connection, at least on the internet, between your timeline and your company page. Facebook keeps those separated, and people on your company page cannot get back to your personal profile. On a page, a company page, you can put updates, but you can't send personal messages. Also with company pages, you get analytics that you don't on a timeline. So you can find out how many people you reached with your post, how many people engaged with your post. So there's a lot of benefits to having a company page, and we talked about that earlier also. You can go out and find pages, and you can search for pages by visiting the pages directory. And if you click on it, all it is facebook.com/pages. Let me go ahead and I'm just going to grab part of this off. Whoops. And it does not look like it brought up pages, but it's facebook.com/pages. And then you can find different pages. You can find information about businesses in your local area. And that's another reason that you want to have a company page. So when people are searching for you, they can find you. Okay, what we found is there are two ways to increase your fans, two ways to build your likes, to get people to your Facebook page. And one of the things that I ask people is, which is more important to you, prospects or your product? And I did a seminar yesterday and people were kind of split, but they weren't really sure how to think about this. The reason I bring this up is because when you're in social media, what you want to do is you want to connect with people. You want to get people connected with you. The more prospects you have, the more people that you have an opportunity to market to. It was like I was working with a company one time that everything went great at the start, and then they said, well, we don't want you using Twitter, and we don't want you doing this, and we only want you to find people who want our product. And I sat back and I got to thinking about it. That's not really how we work, But what I asked the company is I said, if I brought 2,500 people into the stadium downtown, and I don't know who in those 2,500 people want your product or your service, but I know that there are people in that 2,500 that will sign up today for your product or service. Would you want me to go through and say, if you're not local, I don't want you here. If you don't want my product, I don't want you here. They may not even know what your product is yet. So that's why I say prospects are more important than your product. You have to have your product to market, but don't forget about prospecting. So there's two ways that you can increase fans on Facebook. One of them is through Facebook proper, and the other thing is through social media. In social media, and what I mean is on Twitter, if you're blogging, maybe on YouTube, in your email marketing, you want to tell people you have a Facebook page. You want to give them a link back to that Facebook page. So what you're doing is you're inviting people to come to your Facebook page. Offer people things. We do that a lot of times. Is what we'll say is, when we reach 150 likes on our Facebook page, we're going to give away a $50 gift certificate. When we reach 1,000 likes, we're going to give away a dinner for two. So we um, so we make offers and offerings to people in our social media and in email marketing to go back to our Facebook. Okay, in Facebook, I'm going to jump back to number one. There is a natural distribution in Facebook, and what that means is when you post, when you make posts about what you do, about your product, about your service, maybe you're posting about local events, because what you want to do is you want to keep people coming back to your Facebook page. People after a while will probably start getting tired of hearing about your business all the time. So you want to kind of pepper it with other things, and events are a huge thing, because sometimes people don't hear about the events in town, or they don't hear about the local things that are going on. This is a great way to let people know. So you get that natural distribution of people that want to follow you. Ads, and we're going to talk about that here in a minute. That is how you're going to promote traffic to your site, through an advertisement. That's one way to do it. I've told you of a couple others, natural distribution and social media, but ads, the whole intent of an ad is to get people to take action. Either you want to get them to your site, you want to convert them, you want to get them to your web page, or you just want to promote your page. Those are all reasons that we do advertising. The other thing that you can do is you can become a fan of another page. If there are people in town that you do business with, your favorite restaurant, um, maybe there's a car dealership, become a fan of their page, because then what'll happen is it'll show up on your page that you're a fan of a local restaurant or a fan of a local car dealership. What will happen is that will attract those people to your page also, is the people that share a common interest. And the other thing that'll happen is that if someone has a favorite restaurant and you have a favorite restaurant, well, and they're both of you and someone else have a favorite restaurant, now you have something in common, and that will give them more of a reason to like your Facebook page. Okay, let's, I think now what we're going to do is, before we go over the next slide, let's go out and take a look at a business. This is a business that I know of. Excuse me. Excuse me. I had to cough. It was one of those that wouldn't go away. This is Relford Martial Arts. This is a local business. in La Vista, Nebraska. And this is a Facebook business page. And I told you I would find, or a company page. I told you I would show you where they are, where the how to set up a company page. If you go to the far upper right, just to the right of that globe, well, even next to that, all the way to the right, there's a down arrowhead. You can hardly see it. It's dark blue, but if you click on it and go about a third of the way down, it says there's a selection for create page. Select create page. Well, let me go ahead and do it. And it'll pop up with 6 different choices of types of pages. First thing you want to do, make sure you have your company page set up. You can either set up as a local business or place or a company, organization, or institution. And I am going to be having a Facebook workshop starting the 20th of this month. And I'm going to go in depth into how to select these and how to decide what you're going to pick. But also keep in mind, brand or product. If you have a product that you're wanting to market, you may want to go ahead and build a page for that. Okay, so that's how you go to create your business page. It's that upper right, that down arrow, click on it, go about a third of the way down, click on create page. So now we are in the page, and to kind of give you an idea of how this page is doing, they currently have 317 likes, and 51 of them came about this week. That's just this week. So we've been doing some things, or Relford Martial Arts has been doing some things that really work well. Okay, when you look at the page, I'll tell you what, let me show you insights first. I'm going to go into insights and I want to show you what paid marketing has done. And I'm in insights now and I'm going to click on posts, and this is going to show me my posts. I'm going to go down, and these are all of my posts that we have published, not just the ones we've paid for, but the ones that we have published, every one that we sent out. And it's like I said, you can check the reach part of this, and Facebook will tell you how many people you reached with that post. That will tell you what your audience is most interested in. Just to the right of that is the engagement. Your engagement is, has anybody clicked on it? Are you getting likes, comments, and shares? And if you are, how many are you getting? Because time is an unrenewable resource and you need as much of it as you can, or you need to be as efficient as you can with the time that you have as a business person. So, okay, if I go to reach and I click on reach, what is going to happen is this is going to reorder. And what it's done is it's reordered with the most popular post on top. And if you notice, that most popular post on top got 4,300 people. We reached 4,300. Keep in mind, we only have, what did we have, 317 likes? When I post, my post is only getting out to 6 to 10% of those people. But when I pay for it, which is what we did on the 16th of November with this competition paddle seminar, we reached 4,300 people. That 4,300 people cost me like $20 for me to reach them. But the one thing you have to keep in mind is if you're going to boost a post, make sure it's something that people are looking for. Make it good. We weren't sure about this. That's why we marketed it. The next one down was the 29th of December. We had another seminar the 2nd of January. We marketed it, we paid for it, 2,300 people saw it. If we go down to the next one, now we're getting into, um, these are posts. I want to say the one on the 23rd we did not pay for, and we still reached 1,200 people. But it could have been because we paid for the post on the 16th. Could be why the 23rd went off so well. That was only a week later. Then we have another one with 1,200 people we reached, then 795, and you see it keep going down. Okay, if I click on reach again, it will reorder this to the least popular post. Why do you want to know about the least popular post? Because you don't want to waste your time. If something's not working, either you didn't word it right, it's not the right information, the people, your audience, they're not interested in it. So either change it up and repost it, or drop those kind of posts for a while, and maybe it's not time for them, and maybe come back later and post them a little bit later. So I wanted to show you this in analytics. If you remember, we went to insights, which is at the very top. Then I went to the selections on the left, and I went down and I selected posts. And I don't know anything else that will tell you. I know LinkedIn does and Twitter, but I don't know any other kind of marketing, radio, TV, that will tell you how many people you actually reached. They'll tell you how many people are normally on during that period of time, but they're not going to tell you how many people you actually reached. And they won't tell you how many people you engaged with or engaged with you. They just can't do that. Okay, so let's go back to the page now. Let's talk about some page promotions. Let's talk about Boost Post. Let's do Boost Post. That is probably the easiest. Okay, Relford Martial Arts, they have black belt testing coming up, and they reached 29 people. Okay, that was okay, but maybe we want to reach more than 29 people. Maybe we really want to get in and get the word out. So what we'll do is select Boost Post. So you're going to boost your post so you can reach more people. This is really simple, but there's a couple things that we need to remember about this. So what pops up after we clicked on Boost Post is on the right-hand side. That is what um, the ad is going to look like. When somebody opens up their Facebook that fits the criteria that we've set out, the demographics that we're targeting, this is what's going to pop up. Black belt testing is coming up, and people will have several choices. One of them is to like the post, comment on the post, or share the post. All of this will be in the form of an advertisement. So now we see the advertisement. If I want to see what it's going to look like on mobile, right next to desktop newsfeed is mobile newsfeed, and this is what it'll look like. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different than the desktop. Desktop is more flat and spread out. What we as marketers need to know how to use is the left-hand side of this. Over on the side where it says Boost Post. Okay, your customers are on Facebook. Boost your posts so they know about your business, your audience. First thing you can choose is your audience. Do you only want to get to people who like your page, people who like your page and their friends, or do you want to choose the people through targeting? A lot of times what I do, and I'll show you how to do this in a minute, a lot of times what I will do is I will boost a page, because it's back to the prospects versus the products. If I can get people to like my page, the more people that like my page, the more people I can market to. So if I have 100 people that like my page, anywhere between 6 and 10 of those people are going to get my post. So that's only 6 to 10 people unless I do an ad. But if I have 1,000 people that like my Facebook page, now I'm going to get to between 60, what is that, 60 and 100 people. So now you've multiplied that by 10. That's why I harp so much on prospecting and bringing people back to your page. So I want to target a certain group of people. We're going to call this audience one. And what I want to do is let me show you what's here first, and then we'll go back and I want to show you some other things that exist. Audience one location is the United States, Council Bluffs, Iowa, Joplin, Missouri. They are all towns within about, other than Joplin, Missouri, they are towns that are within about 50 miles of Omaha, Nebraska. We're targeting ages 18 to 60. The reason we do that is because they are the people with the money. Underneath, this is really important. Your budget and your duration. Total budget, you need to understand total budget. When, okay, for right now, our total budget is set at $20. Facebook arbitrarily set that, but underneath your total budget, Facebook will tell you your estimated reach. For a total budget of $20, you're going to reach between 6,600 and 17,000 people. Yes, I know that's a huge gap between those. So, and they're only saying that's an estimated reach. They're not saying you're going to reach that many people. So if I go to budget and I click the down arrow, I can change this budget to $10 if I want, and my estimated reach will go down correspondingly between 3,200 and 8,400 people. If I want to spend more money, say $75, I can reach over 22,000 people. So I said marketing on a shoestring budget. Let's go back to $10, and I may, let's see, we could even set that at $5 if we want, and we can reach between 1,400 and 3,600 people. So what the next thing that you want to do is you want to go down and set the duration or how long you want the ad to run. What I mean is you can set the duration as 1 day, 7 days, or 14 days, or you can run this ad for a certain length of time. Like run this ad until right now it defaults to the 20th of January. You can change this as much as you want. If I want, I changed it. Okay, it says the minimum budget is $1 a day, so your budget needs to be at least $6 for 6 days. So let's go in here and make this $6. And we're still reaching between 2,100 and 5,400 people. And underneath it says you'll spend about $1 a day. If I change this, let's get back up to $20 total. This is your total budget for this period of time. You're going to be spending $3.33 a day. You're going to reach between 7,500 and 20,000 people for $3.33 a day. Or I should say, you're going to reach that many people for $20. This is just incredible. Okay, and then we go down underneath and it has where you pay for your ad, and that is how you're going to boost your post. If you want to be more specific on your demographics, click on Edit Audience. And if you notice underneath, my audience is United States, these are local towns, and an age group. So let's click on Edit Audience, and now we can start putting in some other things, some other types of edits. We can change where we're marketing. We can change the age group if we want to. Let's boost it up to 21, and we can choose either men or women or both. And we can also choose interests. Okay, keep in mind, interests are is the information that people put in their profile. If you put an interest, like say I put an interest in there for martial arts, even though there may be people who are interested in martial arts, if it's not in their profile, Facebook will not reach them. Then we'll save that. So be careful with your interests, but the other thing is when you do put specific interests in there, now you start getting laser focused on the people that you're trying to get to. So you can actually, and I'll show you where you can even go down a little bit further. So if you notice my audience change, now we're age 21 to 60 and we're done, and all we have to do is select boost post and away we go. Okay, so that's how you boost a post. I'm going to cancel out of that. Over on the left side, you can promote your local business. We can click on that, and pretty much you're going to see the same type of things pop up that did a little bit ago, but now they have the picture, Relford Martial Arts, a little bit about it, quality instruction at affordable prices with over 30 years of teaching experience. There's a headline. This is the text, and you can change the text if you like, but you only have 90 characters. And if you notice in the upper right, I have 84 out of 90 already taken care of. Your headline, whatever it is, you have 25 characters. And I could do something like this: Relford Martial Arts rocks. No, I can't, because I go over. If I put an S on it, I go over. I'm at 26 characters. And Facebook shows me that by discoloring or giving me an outline. So you have to be conservative when you're putting a title, when you're putting text. You can choose an image. Either you can upload one, you can select one. If you want to reposition the image, you click on it. The image will open up and you can move it around, but you can't move it around any more than the size of the picture. I can make it smaller if I want. I'll say I'm done, and the image should have changed. Maybe it did and I didn't see it. But so you can reposition the image. I showed you how to do that. Calls to action, people can get directions if they like. That's the call to action on the front of the Facebook page. If you click call to action, you can ask them to do things like page, learn more, call now, get directions, or send a message. I like using like page, and for some reason I can't display the preview now. I like page because it's back to what I said. If I can get people to my page, if I can get them to like my page, now I can market to them. But right now we have it set at get directions, and there's the street address underneath. And that's the other thing. Make sure that all of your information is correct on your about page, because if people find you on your about page, but you've given them the wrong phone number or the wrong directions or the wrong address, they're going to have a hard time finding you. So make sure that information is correct. What we're doing is we're promoting a local business. So our target location is within 2 miles. This is a default that Facebook has. If I want to change that, just go in and say, let's change that to 5 miles. We believe that people within 5 miles will come to Relford Martial Arts. Did you notice that the potential reach changed? Right now it's 110,000 people that we can reach on Facebook within 5 miles, or Relford Martial Arts can within 5 miles of their martial arts school. Let's cut it back to let's go to 3 miles. Let's change it to a mile. We change it to a mile. Now we're reaching 5,200 people. So you see how that works when you're promoting a local business. And we keep going down. There's the age group. We can change the age group if we want. Here's gender, budget, and duration. This works the same as the other one did. For a daily budget of $20, and we run the ad until the 5th of February. Be careful and make sure you check this, because if you're thinking you only want to run it for a few days, Facebook defaults to 3 weeks away. Um, you're not going to have to worry that much about, yep, this one you will. Okay, let me go back. Something I missed. Between boost and promote, which we're doing, if you notice, this at the top changed. It's now a daily budget. This is not an overall budget. So you need to check that daily budget and make sure that it is what you really want to do. Daily budget, what we suggest for a daily budget is we suggest $5 for a daily budget. But what we also suggest doing is running the ad for 3 days at a time. Today's Friday, so we want to run it Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We want it to stop on Monday. That way we're going to reach between 520 and 1,400 people. But what we're doing is we want people to like the page. So let's go back up here to calls to action. We want you to like our page now. Let's go back down. This is a daily budget, not an overall budget. So be careful. If you noticed on the daily budget, Facebook defaulted to what? 6 days with the overall budget. With the daily budget, Facebook went for like 3 weeks, so be careful. I had one client that did do a daily budget for $20 a day. He did it on his own, and about 2 weeks later, we were talking about it, and he forgot to shut it off. He just let it run, and it just kept running and running, so he spent quite a bit of money. That's the other thing I wanted to show you how this works in the background. Your daily budget, what we suggest, okay, this is how we work with our clients. With a daily budget, we will do 3 separate daily budget periods. We will do, for instance, we'll do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Those are 3 days. We pay $5 a day. That's $15. We are in control of our marketing. The next one, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, same thing, 5 days, $15. Now you're up to $30. You've only spent $30 and you're reaching quite a few people. Now what we'll do is we'll go Friday, Saturday, Sunday and spend another $5, not necessarily in the same week. One week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the next week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now what we've done is we've gone through every day of the week. We've spent less than $50. And at this point, now you go into your insights and you find out in your insights what day of the week people are most likely to take action with your website. That's what we want them to do. So if we find out that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is the best day for people to take action on your Facebook page, now you can go back in, do a daily budget of $15 or $20, click on it, and then target those 3 days. Target Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because now you know that that's the most likely day of the week that people will take action, and that's the beauty of marketing on a shoestring budget. You can choose in Facebook how much you want to spend, how long you want to run your advertisement, or you can decide how many people you want to reach. And then at the bottom, of course, is the payment. So we've done this. Let's say we've gone through, we've done our daily we've done our daily budget. We've gone Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We've spent $45. That's all we've spent. Now what we do, I'm going to go ahead, after we've set everything up, then you can go in and select promote. And then Facebook is going to go out and just, it's like turning on the spigot. And then what you'll do, as soon as that runs, go back into your insights, which are at the top, right above his head. Click on insights, go to, you can either look at page views or posts. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go to likes. Let's click on likes, and Facebook will tell you how many likes you had. Then what you can do at the very top is you can set a time period. And let's say we started on, today is, let's say we went from January 8th. Well, we can't do January 8th yet. Let's see if, I think that they're several days behind on putting their statistics up. So, well, hang on. Let's go into, okay, it ends. This starts at 12:11, ends at 1:08. So let's pull this slide back and let's look at we'll look at let's look at the 2nd through the 8th. I know that's 6 days, but I don't want to sit here and keep trying to make it work. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's go in here and let's look at the 1st, 2nd, and the 3rd. And it won't let me click on the 3rd for some reason. So the 1st through the 8th, okay, wow, you see something happening back here on January 1st. Look at how they grew with their likes. They went from 265 to 311 likes in like 2 days, which was incredible. And then if you go across, there's 317, 318, 317, and they've pretty well stayed steady at 318. What I'm saying is now go back in, look at your page likes, look at if you boosted your post, look at your posts and see what that's done. And you're going to see things like this 4,300 people that we reached, and we spent, I'm thinking 20, maybe $30. Not only that, 110 people engaged. Well, actually 125 people engaged with that post. So you kind of see how that works. And if you want to kind of shortcut everything, go to posts, go to insights, click on posts, and click on boost post right next to the post, and you'll go through the same process. Okay, let's talk about content. When you, hopefully you've got a good feeling for marketing on a shoestring budget and how you do marketing in Facebook. Biggest thing is just go in, try it. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Look at the result and then see if you like the result. If not, change it up. If you don't like the result, change it up. Whichever way you can change it up and to get the result you're looking for. Content. Successful pages, they have the freshest, most engaging content. If you use Google Alerts will tell you what the most Googled stories are on the internet. So if you find a story you like in Google Alerts, you share it on Facebook, you know it's already popular. The thing is we want to get people to engage. They will engage if you are posting interesting and relevant content. How do you know if it's engaging? Because you're going to get comments, you're going to get shares, you're going to get likes. If you put a video up, how many people viewed your video? That's how you find out if it's engaging. All these numbers that you see on your Facebook page or your Facebook business page, uh-oh, I lost it. I got to go find it. On your Facebook business page, all of these oh, let me get back to my Facebook business page or my company page, this company page, and all of these numbers, like 30 people reached, and I go down, and there's 741 people reached, and I keep going down. Those are important. Those are important numbers, so kind of keep an eye on those. Also this week, your post reach, your post engagement, keep an eye on those so you know what's happening, especially if those numbers start dropping off. And let me get back to where we were. People write reviews, you know it's engaging. They attend your events. They generate news feed stories. These are all ways that you can tell if you have engaging content. Audience engagement, you go and find out in your reporting and insight tools. I showed you those a minute ago. They are available to the admins. The reports go down to a granular level. You can go down to, you can look at impressions, fan ads, gender, age. You can go and see where people are coming from to make sure that you're targeting the right people. Photo tagging, you're going to get a copy of this video so you can go back and re-look at how to tag photos. Facebook is the #1 photo sharing site on the internet. If you publish a post with a video, you're going to get 120% more engagement according to a recent survey. If you post a photo, you're going to have 180% more engagement. And if you post more than one photo into something that's called an album, you're going to get a, about 190% more engagement. One of the things I didn't show you, I want to show you real quick, is events. If you have an event, social media is event driven, so is Facebook. So, and if you noticed, I don't know if you remember, we had 317 likes. We're already up to 318 and climbing. Feel free to like this page if you like. It's Relford Martial Arts. Okay, I want to show you where an event is. You see where it says write something? Well, right above it, you can make an offer or schedule an event. Click on that, go down to event, click on event, and the rest you can kind of make out. There's the event name, the location. If it's different than the business, you'll want to put the location, the date, the time, if anybody is co-hosting it. If you have a website link, a link to register, for instance, if I go into Constant Contact, let me just grab my Constant Contact page. Whoops, they went on and logged me out. But if I go into Constant Contact, if you're using Constant Contact, and a lot of people on the line today are, and I click on campaigns, and I go to my events and registration, I'll click on the simple ways to generate business with social media. That's coming up. I'll click on that. At the very top, event URL. That is the event URL. What you'll do is you'll copy that. You'll go back to your event page, into website link, and you paste it. Then what you're going to do, you'll select a category if you like, tell a little bit about it, and then publish it. And it will publish it out, and people, this is how you get event invitations on your timeline. So it's fairly simple to do. So keep those things in mind. More activity gets people more involved, and people like that. They like being involved in social media. They like knowing what you're doing. Don't forget the Help Center. It is a great place to be. That little dark blue down arrowhead, click on it, clear down to the bottom, Help Center, click on that, search for help. It is a great help center. If you get stuck on something, go there first. Facebook applications and features, Take a look at those, and we already talked about ads and some of the business solutions. Okay, time to start wrapping things up. I hope you picked up some things today that you can use. I have found such a huge interest in Facebook for business that I am going to do a seminar starting, or actually it's a workshop starting on February 20th. It's going to be 4 weeks long, and we are going to go over company pages, business pages, analytics, advertising. We're going to, by the time you walk away, you're going to know how to market your business, how to grow your business using Facebook. I know there's quite a few people that already have Constant Contact, but if you don't, I suggest email marketing. Constant Contact will give you a 60-day free trial. All I ask is that you go to ASM Email Marketing, that stands for Affordable Social Media, to sign up, and then I know that you've signed up for your free trial, and I kind of know who that was um, on my webinar had signed up for it. I'm going to go back and say something. I have had some problems with this link for the Facebook class. If this link does not work, go to my website and let me get over to that. Okay, let me get over to my web. Let me go to the next page. Okay, asmomaha.com. If that link does not work to the Facebook, I checked it right before we went online, and I'm having problems with it for some reason, but go to asmomaha.com, choose calendar. All of my events are there. All of my upcoming webinars are there. We are wrapping up this first 2 weeks in January are my whistle stop tour. This is the 5th stop on my whistle stop tour, and tomorrow we're going to be having 4 webinars. It's going to start at 10 in the morning. There's one at 10, one at noon, one at 6, and one at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Just go to asmomaha.com and sign up. Anytime you want a social media, brush up on social media, a webinar, a seminar, go and check asmomaha.com. Also, Constant Contact has a lot of marketing resources. And if you go to blogs.constantcontact.com/library, you will also see some of my articles there. I also write for Constant Contact, and I write social media stories for them. Okay, if you have any questions, as always, put them in the questions box. I will get them answered. And for the most part, that's all I have today. I hope you learned something. I hope you have something you can take away. My intent is as soon as the webinar is over, you can go into Facebook. You can build your company page if you don't have one. If you do have a company page, at least go in and see how to do your marketing, see how to do your advertising. Everything I've shown you, we do as a company. If you find that you don't have time, you need somebody else to do your marketing for you or to set up your company page, drop me a line, mike@asmomaha.com. We'll get you taken care of. For us, it's all about you being successful. That's what we want you to be, as successful as you possibly can. So with that, go forth, be prosperous. That's what we wish for everyone. And you have a fantastic day. I don't see any questions popping up, so feel free. Drop me a line if you have some questions later on. You're welcome, Curtis. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for taking the time to spend with me. Have a great day. Bye.